football we got here. Shedeur Sanders. Now, Colorado and Colorado State, two schools that no one really gives a fuck about, or gave a fuck about until like last year when Deion Sanders arrived.
They've hated each other long before we got involved.
Of course, but now it's national now because of Deion and everything else. And there's a little bit of a rivalry here between these two schools. After the game, there's a lot of Shedeur Sanders got a little bit of controversy after the game that last on Saturday night after beating Colorado State in double overtime. For not I'll show the video here real quick. For not shaking the hand of the quarterback. Here, real quick. 1 second. There it is. Here, let me ask you. Actually, agree or disagree with this situation here with how you acted here. Hold
on. You that same talking shit on Instagram. You talking on Instagram. All right, keep talking. Our business. You can't fuck with me.
All right, Kyle. Post game.
All right, so
sorry about that.
I just want to walk you in the audience.
Why is Jason Willock popping up on my fucking?
Yeah, I have questions, EJ Christian. We need to take offline that you're even in the vicinity of Jason Whitlock. You just exposed yourself, and I hope for your sake he gets copyright struck so people don't hear his voice. Of course,
the reason why because they were talking about it also too in this podcast. That's why.
No, I understand, and I don't know why you're listening to his podcast. That's another question.
Once in a blue moon, not his podcast. It's like a clip or two. Sometimes, but go ahead.
Joke, relax, EJ. I know why you feel compelled to defend yourself for the pod audience, but
right.
No.
Before I go further though with this, I want to show folks. People are gonna ask why would Shedeur do this to that quarterback and be a complete asshole, that kind of thing. I'm gonna there's history here, so I'm gonna play a quick little short of the history and some of the trash talking between these two schools from leading up to this game.
We owed them one.
What the hell happened here? There it is.
Kind of left it all on the field. I don't feel like we left it all on the field because we should have murdered them guys. And, they came out with that attitude as they were on top of the world. And this ain't no Cinderella story, so we coming for revenge.
Yeah, they came out with that attitude and thought it was going to be a cakewalk. They saw the reports, 27.5 points or whatever it was. And they got a rude awakening real quick. And I think it goes to show that the hype, the media train, all that, it only gets you so far. At the end of the day, you have to line up 11 guys against our 11 guys, and we'll find out who wants it more. And we'll see how far Instagram followers gets them.
At the end of the day, Deion Sanders ain't playing. It's those players playing. So those players better back up on what they speak about. All
right. So, I mean, that's the history of these two schools, and this is what led up to Shedeur reacting after the game when Colorado did beat them, actually, regardless. So your thoughts on that?
Here's a big reason why I do the Student of the Game report and this show with you, EJ. It's for me to exercise elements of my craft I would not on my own. Because my immediate answer to the situation is, it's Instagram, you child. You should not care that much. I don't care if you're a member of Generation Z, Y, Alpha, or whatever the hell it is. If you want to say I'm just an old man waving at the cloud, fine. Here's the thing. You're an alleged top-level NFL draft prospect. If you're going to let your feathers get ruffled by just a little old post like that, you got problems. By the way, as an NFL scout, you don't think I'm noticing that you soft like that? Interesting. So you've already hurt your own stock, Shedeur Sanders.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Excuse me. I'm still at the post.
Oh no.
But let's go ahead and comment this, because this is the part I'm talking about that I wouldn't normally drag into this on my show, the Student of the Game podcast. Nothing funny. That receiver or quarterback said was truly inflammatory in your opinion, right, EJ Christian? Am I the only one that didn't see the harm?
I mean, they'll take the little pokes here and there, but nothing inflammatory. Just trash talking.
No, there was no trash talk. You want to know what trash talk is? Watch you and me during tool time about how wrong you get shit.
and how wrong you are anyway.
And I didn't hear what you said. If you're claiming you were right anyway, all people have to do is look at the tape. You can hang yourself with your bad takes. The punchline's this, buddy. I talk more trash on you in this pod than either of those players did on anybody on Colorado's team. By the way, I'll add this. Did they say anything that was false? I didn't hear it.
No.
And I think what bothered you, if that's what gave you the platform to have what was basically a mini temper tantrum for a dude that was trying to show you class where you've constantly had none in press conferences. We saw you throw your O-line under the bus, by the way. We still remember that happened, Shedeur Sanders. You are no hero. Okay? This was the guy came in with an olive branch after talking trash that really wasn't trash talk. I truly hope that this wasn't the post he was responding to.
I will say this much. Had he shook his hand and still had a reaction, I've been okay with that. The fact that he shook his hand was the worst part. Yeah.
But the fact that he said what he said, well, I'm better than you. You talk trash on Instagram. I got to shake your hand, is exactly what the fuck they were talking about in the post in the first place, EJ Christian.
And I think, look, you and I are rooting heavy for Deion and his kids, obviously. One do well.
That's why I get angry about it. I'm not anti-Shedeur,
but he's making
player.
But the thing I don't think he's getting also is that he's making his kids targets now.
No. Well, actually, you're not wrong, but same token, then they also magnify it by making themselves, well, I shouldn't say themselves, the other Sanders kid you don't see as much about. Shedeur makes himself, he exacerbates the target, raises the size of it.
Yeah.
For people to come after him when you pull stuff like this.
Yeah, exactly. And
the only player I've seen at quarterback to be truly that, for lack of a better word, sassy or spirited or have that much flair and pull it off, kind of, is Cam Newton.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, look, for someone like both of us love content, and this is great content to talk about, but
it's really not, but okay.
You don't enjoy it. I do enjoy it. I like trash talking stuff.
Yes,
I'm 90s basketball, Reggie Miller talking shit. Let's go.
That's way different. Hold on. That's way different, and you know it.
I love trash talking.
You know it. You know Reggie Miller during the game is not the same as this, buddy.
But I'll go to my original point, though. I would prefer he still shook his hand.
Yeah.
And still said the same things. The not shaking hand part was the worst part.
I ain't talking that trash on Instagram, right? You know what? If he shook his hand and did that, I'm willing to bet the other quarterback laughs at it.
Yeah. And not only that, makes him look, it makes him look better. Like, yeah, you troll, you did the job, you're still classy, and still talk shit. You get all that, all check marks. But again, makes him a target. So anyway, Kyle,